So, two friends. One of the impetus for this chapter is the experience of a good friend of ours who said one day he woke up and thought to himself, if I got in real trouble and really messed up, I mean really failed, who would I tell? Who is in my life that I could talk to about it? And he thought and said, nobody. There's nobody in my life. I'd have to carry it around and hide it because there's nobody that I could tell something that bad to. And it changed everything for him. He said, I gotta change up the way I'm doing life. And he started a group with a group of friends to say, look, I need a safe place. I need a real place. And he would ask, he's been asking people for the last couple of years, over and over and over again. If you did something really bad, I mean really messed up, or something that he was ashamed of, or something you were thinking about that you thought was going to go south any moment, do you have anybody you could tell that to? And almost exclusively, he says, everybody says to him, I don't have anybody like that. And that's why we wrote this chapter. What would it look like to be able to find a place in another friend that was safe enough to know the real me? We say this, we're all awakening to the reality of having unresolved issues whose symptoms we're trying to fix without the help of anybody else. We're awakening to this reality of realizing I can't control my world the way I thought I could, and I've got these unresolved issues, and all I'm doing is fixing symptoms, and I'm doing it all by myself. And so we ask, what if there was a place so safe where the worst of me could be known, and I discovered that I wouldn't be loved less, but I'd actually be loved more in the telling of it. And now I can come out of hiding, where all of the power of that darkness lives, and I can come into the light.
See, in the room of good intentions, we don't ask that question very much. The question we ask, and I asked myself when I was in my teens, is how hard do I have to work for how long before I can fix these major issues in my life? So if I fast and pray and study scripture and love other people and give my money and do everything I can, how long will that take for me to kind of overcome this big one and this next besetting sin, this overwhelming sin? How long does it take? And I pegged my answer at around 37 years old. Well, I'm older than 37, and I can tell you, that didn't work out. It doesn't work out. In the room of good intentions, I actually believed that I could conquer sin. I would have victory over sin. We don't have victory over sin. We have victory from sin. A resolved sin is not a fixed sin, where I fix you and you fix me. No, resolved sin is simply a life issue that is in the light. That's why when you do this chapter on the two friends, and you do chapter 4 on the two solutions, you can connect them. Because basically, two friends together, if they've learned the right solution, will learn how to live in the light. And that's why it's so important to ask the question, what is a resolved sin? And it's simply one that's in the light, where God is able to deal with it, and my friends are able to deal with it.
By the way, this is one of those friends that I said, you're going to know the worst about me. And I tried it out. And I still try it out.
And I try it.
And he knows most of the worst about me. And the interesting thing is, he stayed. And my fear was that he'd pity me and I'd lose my seat at the table. And instead, he trusts me more. And he actually could protect me. And that, for this guy, that's a game changer.
This is a messy process. And don't worry about being clumsy at it or taking a step forward and then 3 back. That is not even the point. The point is that you take a step. And so this week, as you think about who could that person be that I would trust with me? also think about who trusts me with them.